Charlie, go down. And good morning. So I want to discuss with you the um, the difference um, about stopping action and continuation action. It's really an important type of thing, and it's something that I want to show the um, um, I'll show you this. But you have to do something first before I do that. All right. Sorry, I had to slow something. So I want to explain something that I think is pretty important. And let me do here. Okay, recording. Good. Okay. So here, is the chart, and you can see the market is has some couple observations here that are very important. Okay, number one, you have a situation here where this selling occurs from an area of resistance. LPSY here, back in the trading range and back through it. Okay. Now, when you have a market that reacts from resistance area, that means that the CM is defending prices. Does it become bullish? You can't take this out. Okay. So bearish type of thing comes in. This is supply to the market. Okay. Now, being supply, you want to know about the market to go see if it's going to have some type of upswing to the market. Okay. Well, the reaction is important. This is not stopping action because the background is negative, because the market um, doesn't show even though it shows the ability to F result, it's more of a situation where the market has not made any progress. You can say, well, if we're trying to trust, it's only stopping action. This effort was not good enough. Now, I said, Gary, explain that to me. It's more about experience, more about observing things. But make a long story short with the stuff, in a sense of after selling here, there's no buying, there's no reason why the market should be bought here, right? Because the market here would have support down here, right? That's the low. Here, there's no really support here. You can say, well, this, not really. So the market really, the CM, why would the CM step in defender? Now, sometimes they do that. As you don't know. In this case, it just looks like a lack of stopping and buying a little higher. Mr. Reed was right. Yesterday, important. What did you, why was yesterday bearish? Because the volume was the same, right? But the range was wider, indicating sellers are still winning. So the market has to go into the spring position, right? The market has to go into the spring position, and area-wise, where the CM would fend, right? This is very critical. Correct. So now, I was telling some people the other day, like a fund manager who started with Wyckoff and now is like running a fund in England type of thing. About the reverse trend lines. And you take reactionary lows, but in this case, the target comes down much lower. So remember, this is cause lower trading ranges after selling the distribution, right? The process, the story, this is why the story is so important. The story has to unfold, right? And the unfolding story is negative. Now, inflation. So, the reason why this market is lower, I think, primarily because of interest rates. Interest rates are the highest they've been in a little while, 30 years, and which causes liquidity issues. People borrowing less money because they have to pay more for it. And this is why I think what you're seeing now is a money game. Money is drying up, per se. Okay? Money is drying up, per se. So, companies borrow less money because the cost of money is too expensive. They put stocks at disadvantage. And you see the market kind of like a mini shakeout type of thing. Okay? Now, you want to have reasons from the standpoint of government doing this, government doing that. Really doesn't matter, right? The fact is that market situation-wise is really a point to where the market's behavior is bearish because what you see is the lack of demand at prices, and that's because bond prices are going lower, interest going higher. It's too expensive for money. They tend to be on stocks. Does that make sense? That's your story, right? That's your story. As long as, and we talked about this for years, as long as the cost of money goes up, well, now we've got a tremendous bull market because the bond market always stayed relatively cheap prices. Okay. You get your little stories of, this, that, the other reason why, it's just a matter of price action and the volume and the market's ability or inability to sustain things. Okay? Make sense? Let's go to this. Let's go try to scalp some stuff today. Okay? If you notice the line, look. Do you see that line drawn? This is from Okay, we'll try to make some heads of stuff. Okay. Tutka and a couple other people, I got high praise from you from other people that have been watching the chat. The, your ability to chime in, and it's good. You're going to the next level, wise man. I like that. Now, do you have enough of the market right now to see if we are what the trend of the day is? And the answer is no, you don't, right? You still don't know what the trend of the day is or what the market's doing, right? So, now wait. It's just that too. A lot of people. Oh, nice. She's a smart cookie. No, I don't. I don't like Canadians. Let Jack go tell you. He hasn't been. He gives you the reason why the currency appears. What do you get, Tuka? What do you got against the Japanese? What do you get? What do you get? What do you have against the Brits? What do you do? Why do you do that to them? What did the Brits ever do to you? They're rich. So you feel a need to take your money? Okay, okay, I'll make it smaller. More? Just like a woman. Just like a woman. More, more, more. Always wanting more. Okay. Throw it. It's a quiz. Oh wow. Wow. So let's go through this. She got a market that's bullish. He hasn't fell a stop. Tuka Bell doesn't like you anymore. Come here, Charlie. Come here, buddy. Tuka doesn't like you anymore, Bella. She does like you. She was chasing squirrels this morning. Okay. Joe, what do you know? The old man from Buffalo. So, a long time ago, and I'll tell you another thing. The Forex chart is the most trend-worthy charts that we have. Why? Because they're bank market stocks. Banks tend to be very conservative, right? So when they trend to trend the best. Okay. So market's going up, going up. Now, obviously, we always wait for a secondary test. Look right here. This is what is this? What's that bar? Increasing volume, smaller range. I can't even. It's hard to show a better example of stopping action, right? Yeah. So remember, I taught you a little secret, any Chinese secret. Can't say that around my daughter though. Ancient Chinese secret. Um, this bar right here, right? Boom. What's this called? What's this called? Of course, you better have it. We're all going to trade differently, but we should all have the same lines. We all, every Wyckoff student should have the same lines. If they don't, they're doing it wrong. You may not trade it differently. You may take a different time frame perspective, but you all got to draw your lines the same. I spend a lot of time when mentors do this. You all got to draw your lines. You may trade it. You may not trade the time frame. You may do it differently, but you got to get line, okay? Lack of buying or actually selling that's keeping the market from going up. Reverse absorption. Thank you, Lydia. Boom. So if you're conservative, you don't trade this until it breaks the ice, right? Obviously, a breaking the ice. Here's your up thrust trade. Here's your stop. And if they say in Spain, adios. Or as they say on the football field, bueno, bueno. I hear that 10,000 times a day. Yeah. They call it money, right? Does that make sense? And look at the bars afterwards. The spring, it's gonna fail, right? Gonna fail. Boom. I think Tuca, I always tell people, is Joe here? No, okay. I always tell people, I'll send the video. Not you, Joe, another Joe. I know Joe knows, but there's another Joe. Joe V that comes. But yeah, okay, he may not be here today. But anyway, so this is about as perfect of an illustration. I know. I'll call you Big Joe. Big Bad Joe. I'll call him Little Joe. Wasn't Little Joe from Tarzan or something? No, that's Jack and Scott. Those are the same people. Those are the same people. Joe and Joe are two different people. Well, Joe, I don't know. Bazooka Joe. Starting at thrust. The story unfolds. This still could be absorption. It could still be a probe, right? Reverse absorption. Reverse absorption. Selling. Upthrust. Low end closes. Reverse absorption. Look. All reverse absorption. Can you sell this part here? Of course you can. Why? Reverse absorption. No demand. Boom, boom. Here's your volume. That's not bearish, right? But here I'm gonna show Tuka a little something. I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna tell her. No, Bella, bark at Tuka if I should tell her. Bark. Should I bark to tell her? Should I tell Tuka? Bella, wait. Bella, should I tell Bella? Should I? It's up to Bella. Should I tell her? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Bella? Okay. She says yes. Okay. Oh, there we go. Then Jack comes up with something. Yeah, here we go. Anyway, I don't know, Jack. Tuka's doing well, so that's okay. I don't care. You can make your little wisecrack. It's time for your hairball choke. Anyway, goes across. Usually 1 to 3 bars. Yeah, 1 to 3 bars. 1, 2, 4, 3 to 5 bars. Short covering. We're not going. This is the what. What do I expect from this upthrust? What do I? So here is here we Jack. We don't play the game that you and Scott play, the wink wink game. You guys can do that on your own. That's what we don't do that wink wink. That's in your neighborhood. You do that, okay? So here we have a market, and you see the volume drying up as the market tries to rally. Okay? Yeah, I know. Here. So now you get the upthrust. So we're not going to buy the first rally from weakness, right? We're not going to buy the first rally from weakness, right? So you're going to sell it here, looking for a secondary test. So you don't got to cover here, but you don't know what's continuation. You're going to cover here. And you're not going to cover it here because you still go lower. But look at the volume dry up a little bit. So selling dried up a little bit. That's okay. You're going to cover the market right here. On the secondary test. So don't panic. People panic here. They get this. That's why they get the sharp rally. What if you have secondary test? Right? You're free. Your mind is out. Your mind is done. Would you take this trade here? Would you take that trade there? Of course you would. Yeah, of course. You take this trade here. I would take the one right here, right? Here. Market's high volume. I would cover the market right here. Just because it's a secondary test that closed well. I would cover with a scalp, right? No edge. Let it go. So is this accumulation? Is this accumulation? Why not? Why not? Bella, it isn't. But where can I get the volume here? Demand volume here? Can I get it here? I get it anywhere, right? You're right. You're right. I can't get long term here. Can I scalp? This is where two comes in advanced lesson. Sure. So let's look at the scalp that could happen from the weakness, right? Do I see one? Would this be one? I would say yes. I would say yes. Okay. But here's the point. I'm out on this bar, right? It doesn't react. So even though springs fail, I guess the risk reward is here to here. Little game, right? Okay, boom. Right? So, yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of ways we do, right? But now cluster closes. Is this absorption? We don't know yet, but we know that the market is. We don't know yet, but we know the market's weak, right? Right. You wait. You wait. It's a great illustration of the pound yen chart, the 5 minute chart. Okay. When you look at the whole picture, it's a beautiful story, right? It's a beautiful story, right? Look how the lines coming perfectly. I will match Wyckoff any way thinking anyone's thinking the market, system wise, everything else. Okay. I mean, I don't have to follow Wyckoff. I mean, it's not like I have to follow Wyckoff, but it just flows that way, right? Tuka, was that because the prime minister talked and they did rebalance it, right? Is that why he didn't? Is that why he took it? So, I know Joe watches the forex pretty well too, and Joe does also very well with the read of that stuff. So unfortunately, it doesn't come down as much as I like him to. That's right. He can't go to the funeral. Tuca's going to go instead.